Hey guys, so I'm here with a tutorial. I was watching the Keeping Up with Kardashians episode of the Dominican Republic Vacation Part 2, and at the end of it they have a surprise dinner for Chris, and Kourtney's makeup was so pretty and I really wanted to recreate it. So here's my attempt of it. I hope you guys really like it and think I did a pretty good job. If you follow the show, let me know what you thought of the episode, what you think about Scott, what you think about this makeup. So I'm just gonna get right into the tutorial. So I already have this eye done, and I'm just gonna do this eye. So I'm gonna take my Too Faced Shadow Insurance. So I'm gonna take my MAC 224 brush. I'm gonna take this soft brown color right here, and I'm gonna apply this to my crease. Then I'm going to take this brown, which is kind of like a orangey, burgundy, I don't know, it's like a weird color, but just taking it with the same 224, blending this. Next I'm going to take my Sigma E35 brush. So I'm going to take these two hazelnut red-brown colors, they're like an auburn color. I used these in my last tutorial, the summer party look, and I'm just taking this on my E35 and I'm blending this in my crease. Then I'm going to take my MAC MSF in Deep Dark with my 224 again, and I'm going over this. Now I'm going to go into my Victoria's Secret Eye Contact Eye Quad. Okay, I'm just going to take this dark brown with this crease brush by Essence of Beauty. Swirl it around, and I'm going to apply this to my outer V. I'll blend it on the outer half of my lid. Then I just blend it out with my 224. Now I'm going to go into my Wet n Wild palette. This is the Vanity palette. I'm going to go in with this deep dark brown color and just go over where I applied the Victoria's Secret shade. Then to kind of add something to my lid for a color, a wash of color, I'm going to take the lid color out of my Eye Contact Quad by Victoria's Secret. But it's just a very subtle color. So now I'm going to go in with my LA Splash Seal Proof Waterproof Eyeshadow Sealer Base. I'm going to actually use this to have my glitter stay on, so I'm just kind of getting the product on my finger and then going over the inner half of my lid. So you want to act quickly while that's on your lid, and the glitter I'm going to be using is the OCC glitter, and this is in beige. I really like this glitter. I don't use it too much, but when I do, I really like it. So I just get it on the brush and then apply to my lids. Crease brush and kind of blend everything together. I'm going to go in with this yellow kind of custard color with my, this is just a brush from Michaels. It's called a Level 2 mop brush. I really like this for my highlight, to like highlight my brow bone, because it's very small but it's fluffy. So I'm just applying this. And then I'm going to take some of this white right here. And I'm going to just take my 224 and blend. Take an angled brush. I'm going to mix these two browns together, and I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with these, and then I'm going to switch to a pencil. So the pencil I'm taking is called, it's by Estee Lauder. It's called the Artist Eye Pencil, and it is a number 2 soft smudge brown. And I'm just gonna go over the outline because Kourtney had very defined, natural, almost looking brows. So then I'm going to take this eyeshadow, which is basically just like a shade or two darker of the custard yellow kind of color we applied to our highlight before, and I'm going to just apply this. So now I'm going to take this angled brush by Eco Tools and this black shadow. I'm going to line my lash line with this. Then I'm going to take this pencil brush by Sigma. It's the E30. I'm going to take this dark brown color we've used in our Wet n Wild palette and smudge out this black shadow. So now I'm going to take my NYC liquid liner. This is so old, I've had it forever. I'm going to line my upper lash line. As you can see on this side, it doesn't have a wing, it's just a basic simple line. But I noticed, like, in the middle of the eye, Kourtney had it kind of rounded up a little bit. So I'm just going to make sure I get that shape. Then I'm going to take my angled brush and the black shadow again. I'm going to go over the liner and kind of round it up a little bit more. So now I'm going to just apply mascara and be right back to do the face. So I'm going to go in with my MAC Studio Sculpt Concealer, and this is in NW35. This with my finger. Now I'm going to take this L'Oreal True Matte shade, and this is in N3, and I'm going to mix it with W1. I'm just going to take what's in the cap with a Sigma Precision Flat P80 brush. Take some on the back of my hand and just a little bit of W1, and I'm going to mix the two together. And then I'm going to just apply this where I applied the concealer. This is going to act as a highlighter for under my eyes. So I'm going to just tap this in. This is just a brush I got from IMATS a couple years ago. Then I'm going to just kind of go very lightly along the bridge of my nose with it. So now I'm going to take this little fan brush, and I'm going to take my MAC MSF in Deep Dark, and I'm going to mix that with some of this brown from the Victoria's Secret Eye Contact Quad. Kourtney didn't have too much of a contour, she just had a lot of blush on, but I'm going to try and make my cheekbones look somewhat like a Kardashian's. So I'm just going to kind of go from like the corner of my lip back. So now I'm going to take this angled brush by Essence of Beauty. I'm going to go into my 120 palette by BH Cosmetics. This is the 3rd edition. The one we used prior was the 2nd edition. And Kourtney had like a really pretty peachy blush. So I'm going to take a combination of stuff. And these colors are going to show up very different on camera than they are in person. I'm going to mix a little bit of this pink rosy color with the slightest bit of this red-orange color. This is really like a tangerine color. It's coming up more orange on camera. I'm going to take a little bit of these two pinks as well as this coral shade. I don't know why it's not coming up coral. It's coming up very orange, but it's not, I promise. And then somehow I'm going to take some of my MAC Mineralized Blush in Utterly Game as well. So I'm going to take a mixture of all of these. The more pigmented colors I'm only going to dab like once. So I'm going to take the eyeshadows first, tap off the excess, and apply in a diagonal. And then I'm going to take this dual fiber brush with my Mineralized Skin Finish in Deep Dark, kind of go along the edges of my face with this and use this as a bronzer. And I'm going to just take a little bit of a makeup wipe and kind of go along where I had the blush, because Kourtney had literally just like a line of blush. There was nothing, underneath it. So I'm going to kind of squeeze this together, take some of my Deep Dark and go along the sides of my nose with this. Now for a highlight, I'm going to take Stylist Kitten eyeshadow. Yes, this is an eyeshadow. I got it from IMATS, and I'm going to take this, it's called a powder bronzer brush. Just dabbing this in once gets you an insane amount of product. So I'm going to turn my head where I know the light's going to hit it and apply this on the tops of my cheekbones and kind of under my eye. And then I'm gonna just go over my blush with this. So this is it for the Kourtney Kardashian look from the Dominican Republic episode part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I loved Kourtney's makeup in it and I really wanted to recreate it, and hopefully I did a good job for you guys. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to always embrace your beauty. Bye guys!
My love's like a star, yeah. You can't always see me, but you know